giving out. I've known this person for probably about 10 years. If you've ever been to the 8:30, she is, we'll say she's full of energy. Moans and groans, do her stretches, and usually through the whole class. But the word we're giving her today, if any of you in class have ever walked down Tutsi Cafe with us, you'll notice if she sees any sort of four-legged critter or animal or dog, cat, whatever, if it has 4 legs, she's probably gonna go and try and pet that dog, or just walk back outside and try and meet every single animal that's out there. So, for this award, which is most likely to pet every dog on the street, is going to Rachel Gallagher.
As I mentioned earlier, not everybody gets an award, which means there's no participation trophies. However, this one is best participation. But this is not a roast, this is from my heart. In order to make things happen here, we need people. We just need people to show up. Show up to class, show up to events, show up to whatever the heck we're doing. And from day one, we started in March, and it was a shit show, to be honest. Like, we were getting everything together, we were running classes, we were trying to make policy changes, and then we decided to throw in something called March Madness. And it was confusing and hectic, but right out the gate, we had an individual take March Madness very seriously. Well, multiple, honestly, because 2 people stand out that were in a race for the lead. But this goes to one of them. Oh, who's gonna win it? The rivalry continues. I appreciate what this individual brings to the table because they're always there, whether it's a day at Harborside, a day over at Proving Ground, a birthday party here for their child, showing up to class very regularly, being at the holiday party. This individual goes above and beyond and just shows up and says yes. And when that happens, that's what we want for everybody, because that's when magic happens. If you keep showing up and surrounding yourself by healthy, fit people, positive things happen. And this person leads by example with that. And for best participation, it is Kim Karkik. 10 a.m. takes a lot. You gotta get out of bed when the sun hasn't risen yet. It's freezing cold out. You gotta find a way to motivate yourself to show up for everybody else who's willing to get up that early and coach your heart out. And we've got a coach who's stepped into her class coaching role in the last couple of weeks and has been succeeding with flying colors. Spoiler alert, this award is gonna go to Coach Sarah. Sarah's been here since day one and has been working 2 jobs as a fitness professional and over at Proving Ground and has been busting her ass to get better at helping people with their health and their fitness, and she's done such an incredible job that she came out of nowhere and just started getting in front of class and has been knocking it out of the park. And to know what she sacrifices and what she goes through to show up for you guys, she lives like 45 minutes away, and that's with no traffic. To get to the 5:15 a.m. class the other day, she had to leave her house at 4:15. So to be present for you guys, the amount that she's sacrificing is wild. And that means the world to me, and I'm very thankful for her. And Coach Sarah gets the longest commute award.
This specific person is somebody that I've known since their first day of coming into the gym. From the first day I met this athlete, they have brought so much energy and excitement to the gym. They have made coaching a blast with their humor and their quick wit. No matter what the situation is, they know how to tie it back to a song lyric or a movie reference. This athlete, I haven't been able to coach in front of a class, but I worked through with foundations, and he made it absolutely hilarious. This athlete is not only contagiously funny, but he moves like a pro. And the most likely to make a movie reference award goes to David Chadwick. So, before I started coaching classes, I had taken about 1 to 2 classes alongside this athlete. This athlete's probably not expecting to get this award from me today because of that. I've only coached this athlete about 1 time, but when I coached this athlete, I was so struck by how kind they were. They're such a coachable athlete. I've also heard other coaches truly commend this athlete by how nice they are. They're always focused and efficient and ready to tackle any challenge, and we truly love coaching you. So the nicest person at the gym award goes to Ryan D. Goes to an athlete at the gym that is small but very mighty. This is another athlete that I got to coach through foundations, and it was amazing to see how well she moved. From day one, she amazed me with her athleticism and growth, and I always look forward to coaching her because she consistently surprises me with what she's capable of. One little perk that she has is that she tends to squat while she deadlifts. It's a little habit that she catches herself doing in laps, so most likely to squat while you deadlift goes to Amy Bauer. Goes to an athlete at the gym that is small but very mighty. This is another athlete that I got to coach through foundations, and it was amazing to see how well she moved. From day one, she amazed me with her athleticism and growth, and I always look forward to coaching her because she consistently surprises me with what she's capable of. One little perk that she has is that she tends to squat while she deadlifts. It's a little habit that she catches herself doing in laps, so most likely to squat while you deadlift goes to Amy Bauer. Okay, so this next award is dedicated to someone who brings positivity and light to every interaction. From the first time I guided him through a portion of his foundation sessions, to see him grow as an athlete has been truly awesome. I finally had the pleasure of actually coaching him in front of a class during the Thanksgiving class on Thanksgiving morning, and he's been nothing short of a joy to work with. His constant smile, great attitude, and infectious energy always makes those around him feel so welcome and motivated. I do remember on Thanksgiving, he actually looked at me while he was on the rower and said to me, "I'm only doing this for my pecan pie." And I sure hope he got his pecan pie because he truly deserves it. So the Ray of Sunshine Award goes to Chris Hancock.
Final award goes to me. This award's the last one on purpose. I know, Ben says I give too many compliments. He says they lose their value but I mean them. I don't say it about me, all right? But I have said everybody up until this point that I've given an award to, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, and I meant that. But I really mean it for this one. For the first few months of running the gym, my entire family lived in one house together on Linda Street. We called it the compound. And I would be at the gym all day working, and then I would go back to the compound at night, and it was like a business meeting. It was like the whole family was the board of executives of Varno Fitness. It was truthfully a family-run business. However, one individual stepped up into an executive role without any pay or any title. And the joke around the house was that she was acting like an employee, and she was. We wouldn't be here without her. And I do mean that. It wasn't Megan. So one day we will find a job title for this individual, and one day we will be able to afford. It's also not Jen. Anybody else? It's not you, Mom. But this person brought all of their friends to the gym so that we actually had members. People were in class. She formed the crotch pockets. She reported back to me every day for 6 consecutive months, to this day still does. And she cares about this place as much as I do. And one day maybe she'll be rewarded financially for her efforts. In the meantime, I hope the reward is coming in different ways, because what you do for us is tremendous, and I can't label it, I can't put a finger on it, I don't know what it is, but I know it's a lot. And thank you, because we wouldn't be here without you, Christine Joslin, for most supportive. Did you say are we rapping?
We're not dancing. No
Does anybody here know how to?
Cue the music.
I'd say you get a picture with all the coaches.
I would love that. Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, we would not be here unless one specific person gave his whole entire life for everybody else. This is genuinely the most selfless person that I've ever met. He encourages us and motivates us and allows everybody to be their best in their own way. He never wants anyone to change and be more like him or more like someone else. He loves everyone exactly how they are, and he praises people for that. And the community that you guys have today and the gym that you have and the friends that you have are all because of this one person. And us as coaches could not have anyone better to guide us and lead us and actually turn something into a family. And I don't even know what else to say because there's too many good things to say about this person. You guys want to say?
Stick to the script.
This is going off script now. So, I've been to a lot of gyms. I mean, actually, I take that back. I've only been to 2 gyms. But I've been with them for a long time. Well, please said that wrong. At least I got some laughs out of it. So I've been at like very few, we'll say that, for a very long time. And
Almost none.
it's actually the first time working out. So, guys want to get my CD later if you're outside. The gym I've been at has, you go through a lot of things and there's a lot of drama going on, and that you kind of seem to follow around at a lot of the other places you've been to. This place for me has honestly really been great because you really don't see him go into any of that at all. This is probably one of the healthiest gym environments that I've ever been in. And no matter what he does, whether it's eating like a snack wrap tonight with purpose, or coaching with purpose, or sitting down in that chair with a flat back and glutes are pressed well against that chair. And as you guys can see, everything we go, if you look right above us, this wasn't on purpose, it might have been. We have the sign behind us that does with purpose. But ever since he came in, everyone's been moving better, everyone's been happy, and for once, everyone's just going in the same direction. And it's been a pleasure for me after going through different coaches and people in my life to have him in here and see how happy everyone is to have Kevin and Ben down here now. So, even from us, I just want to say thank you for creating this environment for us so that every day we come in, it feels like it's just like, even for the 8:30 class I always participate in, it just feels like family, and it's just a lot of fun every time. And I never have to worry about anything at all happening because it always goes well no matter what. So for me, I just want to say I appreciate you very much and thank you very much for creating this. So the award we want to give you, you want to say anything, Sarah?
Sure.
We're going very off script now.
What's in your sleeve?
Nothing. It's a snack.
Chelsea has a snack in her sleeve. I agree with both of the things that they said, but from me, I am truly thankful for this gym as a whole. I feel like, as Matt said, he has been a part of very few gyms, but this is the only gym that I have ever worked for. And I am so grateful that that is the case, because I have just an absolutely positive community to be around, and it's all because of Kevin. And we really appreciate it. He's given me a place to grow not only here, but a business of my own as well. So I just truly appreciate that. And this is the only place I would want to start being a trainer and a coach.
So this award, it's not a snack in my thing, okay? It says Best Bosses Award. Boss is plural because awkwardly Ben made these and I couldn't tell him it was also for him. So this is for Ben and Kevin because without these two, it's outright also Ben.
Everyone has a marker.
Marker. These two make this place such a home, and it's weird going to an old gym and then coming here and being like, wow, this place is really so great. So this is Best Bosses Award, Kevin and Ben.
He calls himself the floor manager, yet has no responsibilities that he actually follows through on. He's the only person here broker than his Uncle Kevin. I've written probably 3 notes to Nate's teachers to tell them that he needs to take a day off of school to come and help Uncle Kevin at the gym. And what I notice is when he does come to the gym for the day with me, although we spend a lot of money on food, and he locks so many doors that should never be locked, and every now and then he spills an entire mop bucket over across the entire gym, the members have an amazing time. And the members have an amazing time because Nate's wild sense of humor takes everybody incredibly off guard. And this year, most likely to roast Coach Kevin goes to Nate Havens. When we showed up here, there was already a community that existed. And it's a weird thing getting on a new ship when you don't know who the captain is or where the ship's going. But there was a handful of people who trusted Ben and I, trusted that we were gonna lead things the right way around here. And we really couldn't have made it to where we are now 9 months in with this much community and support if it wasn't for the original crew that believed in us and stuck with us. And one person really stood out from that crew who was a leader and wanted to contribute to Varno Fitness and help in every way that they can. And this person, she shows up early to events to set up. She is always texting me to ask me how she can help and contribute. She will shadow the evening classes to help the coach, especially when it was like wrangling a bunch of kittens early on and things were a mess around here and nothing was organized. But she's also leading by example in another way. She's been struggling with a shoulder injury for multiple years now. And you might see what I'm talking about behind the food right here. But we feel so good in our life when we get to go and express our fitness in the gym, and when that's taken away from us, it is absolutely devastating, physically and mentally grueling. But this individual is leading by example and showing us that just because there's setbacks, just because there's injuries and limitations, doesn't mean it's not still in our best interest to show up, modify around it, and find a way to get the most out of our fitness. Fitness doesn't stop when injuries occur. And this year, in addition to being so thankful for everything you do for the community, I'm thankful for the example that you set in how to manage injury. And the Most Fortitude Award goes to Melissa Moore.
This award goes to an athlete who always brings the heat. She shows up ready to crush every class, and you can bet that she loves a little bit of a competition. I'll never forget one of my first classes with her. We had an insane amount of wall balls to do that day, and she went and grabbed, I think it was like a 12 or 14 pound wall ball, and she was tossing it up like a pro. I remember thinking, who is this superwoman? Since that day, we've built a really great relationship, constantly pushing each other to get better. Recently, I also learned about her love for running, and honestly, I was gonna create the most likely to run 6 miles before a class award, but After everything she's accomplished, she truly deserves something bigger than that. This athlete is going to be earning the biggest transformation award, and it goes to Lori Kirschbaum.
Ben and I decided to open up Varno Fitness over the course of like a 24-hour window where the idea popped up and we had to act fast. And we decided to do it, which is one of the best decisions I've made in my life. Couldn't be happier with where we are 9 months later. But the undertaking that I was prepared to take on was, I'll give this a year where I will coach every single class around the clock and clean the bathrooms and mop the floors and see where things go and trust that the right people will fall in place and, you know, a team will build. Well, something crazy happened in the middle of the summer. Coach Chelsea came back into my life. And for those of you who don't know, back in 2021, I was in Key West and dropped into a CrossFit gym. And I was a student of Coach Chelsea's. She was coaching in Key Largo, Florida. And I remember leaving the gym that day thinking, if I had somebody like that in the local area, I would hire them on the spot. She coached with authority, she had Southern hospitality, she was technical, she was welcoming. And as I left the gym, she recognized that my waiver said that I was from New Jersey, and she asked me, oh shit, I'm moving to New Jersey. Do you know a CrossFit gym that I can coach at? And she was moving too far from Isabella Fitness, so it didn't make any sense. And honestly, Chelsea, I forgot that existed for a period of time. Until one day I'm hanging out with David Chadwick, and he says, I met Coach Chelsea. And I said, you must be talking about Kelsey from Sayreville. He's like, no, she said she met you in Florida. She heard him talking about Varno Fitness and remembered me and asked him, is he hiring? So out of nowhere, I went from carrying the lion's share of coaching classes to a coach that I've already experienced getting coached by, passed every test I would expect from a coach, and she stepped up big time. She organized the coaches meeting this week because she wants to see the bathroom get cleaned more often. She decorated all of the Christmas stuff. She went crazy for Halloween. She is doing so much just from pure initiative, not because I'm asking. I couldn't be more grateful for all the help you provide around here. Coach Chelsea, you are most likely to step up.
Really nervous right now, and I coach you guys every single day, but you all staring at me, like not knowing what I'm about to say, makes me nervous. My first one is gonna be super heartfelt to me because obviously, as Kevin just said, I moved here 2 years ago and am new to this gym community. So when I came here, obviously I didn't have any friends, and there's a specific group, I would say, of people who made this so much easier for me. They go out of their way to help anyone and everybody. Honestly, I don't even know what to say about them. They're just too good. I'm nervous. Anyways, these ladies, they're just above and beyond of everything, and obviously I'm not good at long talking like Kevin is, but he set the bar too high, set it too high. So this first award goes to the ladies who make everyone feel like home. They make me feel like home. Every time I come to the gym, I know that I'm gonna have someone out of that group that's gonna help me with anything. So this goes to the crotch pocket. Next one. If you don't know who this person is, I suggest you meet this person, have a drink with them, whatever you need to do. He is genuinely one of the most positive, uplifting. This person is down for anything at any time. If I have any adjustments for class, he is there. He shows up early. He works super hard. And he is just someone that, like, you just want to be friends with, someone who you make is so comfortable around. And I have gotten to know this person, and he is just so great. I can't say enough good things about him. This award is for the most positive, and I feel like no one deserves this better than Kevin. He came into my life kind of suddenly. One day he just popped in, and I was like, oh, who's this person? But every once in a while, this person will show up, and again, so many people are just such a joy to be around, but this person, he just makes you want to be friends. Like, every time you see him, you just want to get to know him more, you want to do things with him. He shows up, he's in such a good mood, he has a great attitude about everything. This award is most likely to become a full-time Varno Fitness member. Love this person. He shows up once, twice a week sometimes. When it's a Wednesday, it's even better. But this goes to John R. She is fairly new to the gym. This person, she came in with like a small group, came in from a different gym, and she has been so pleasant to be able to coach. She listens to everything. She loves when I make adjustments for her. Just so easy to get along with. This is kind of funny though, because her and I have this ongoing joke. So everyone knows signing up for class makes everything easy, and when people aren't signed up for class, you know, it's a thing. And sometimes people are signed in for class, and anyways, it's a whole thing. But this person, it happens maybe twice, 3 times a week, but this award is most likely to not sign up for class. She knows it's her. I saw that, Marisol. This award is to my girl, Marisol. As you can see, I love events. I love Christmas. I love holidays. I love everything that brings people together and is an event, really. This award is Best Halloween Costume. So this year, I arranged a... No, it's not mine. This year, I arranged a Halloween workout because I think it was funny. It's fun to bring people to do fitness without it being so serious all the time. And this person went balls to the walls. Like, could not have asked for a better costume. So the best Halloween costume this year, try to top it next year, goes to Dana Mason. Had the opportunity to coach the 515 class. It was really hard, but you know what? I ended up loving the 515 class. I love everyone in it. There's one person in particular though. I'm not a morning person, let's start there. So when I'm reading the workout sometimes, I don't really in my head understand what's happening sometimes, and this person is always there to like, he always gives me a look like, are you sure that you counted that right? And it always makes me laugh because it's so true. And this award is most likely to check my counting skills. And this is John Leston. My last one. As some of you probably know, I do the stretch classes every other Sunday. I own the assisted stretching business, and mobility is something that we've tried to improve and work on here. And one person in particular, she has a natural ability, and I've thankfully gotten to know who this is early on. Like, I think we did her foundations together, and she's one of my favorite people in the whole entire world. She is so positive, and I mentioned the stretch class because this award is best mobility. Every time I ask her to do anything, I'm honestly amazed by how well this girl can move. But this best mobility award goes to Megan Riley. Where's she at?
Who's actually going to be there? And it wasn't easy because I want to give everybody an award, but I think that's what makes it special, is that everybody does it. And if this isn't your year, put it on the calendar, be at next year's party, and do something wild this year. But this next person did get an award, obviously. I'm not going to be able to say much without giving away who it is. We're very particular about movement standards here. This Move with Purpose sign isn't just decoration, but it's down to the core of everything that we do. And in order to make that possible and help everybody move safely, we do 5 personal training sessions before you are allowed in class, which is pretty badass. And the first person to ever do that at this gym is going to get this award. So they already know who they are. But I'm so grateful. You don't. Oh, this is embarrassing. So. Well, Tara happens to be the first person who has gone through the foundations process here at Varno Fitness. And I couldn't be happier that she was the one who walked through the door that day, because if you see her move in class, she embodies this to the utmost degree that I would hope everybody could. This is somebody that we can look to strive to move more like. And the fact that that was the first person that came through and the results are what they are and she moves the way that she does just gave me more conviction that we're doing things the right way. And if it happened to be somebody else who walked through that door that day, it might have been a bumpier road starting here. So I'm incredibly thankful that it was Tara who was the first to come through Foundations. Now, that's not even what the award's about. That's just what I'm excited about. The award is about something that you see going on right now. She happens to be the most competitive person that I've ever met, which is great as a volleyball teammate. However, in class, she's finding ways to compete about stuff that doesn't even make sense. Like the first person to put the PVC pipe away, she puts away and comes to me and gives me a fist bump. I won. She asked me earlier today, are there awards? Does that mean I can win?
She asked me how tall I was when we were going.
Yes. She either wins or finds out a reason why she won in some other weird way. And most likely to win award goes to Tara. Trying to talk faster. I'm lying once again. So let's zoom back to March. I'm coaching 28 classes a week, mopping the floors, cleaning the bathrooms, sleep deprived, losing my voice every day. And it was amazing. But there's one gentleman who helped me survive that time. He took over Monday nights for me so that I could get sleep. He took over Saturdays for me so that I could sleep in on weekends. And the cost to my health of just being on fire around the clock early on was heavy. And if it wasn't for this person, I would have fallen apart. To this day, he continues to be my right-hand man and supports me in everything we do here. He was the first one to show up tonight when there was nothing set up in here, and walked in and was like, oh shit, nobody's here and nothing's set up, what are we gonna do? But I'm talking about Coach Matt. If it wasn't for Coach Matt staying on staff with us, we wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. But there's something that stands out about Coach Matt, because we haven't really gotten to what this award is yet. There's something that stands out besides his awesome Christmas sweater. If you've ever seen this man clean a barbell, you will stop in your tracks. Because he is a technician with the barbell. And I love that my coaching staff walks the walk. But best technique goes to Coach Matt.
I was wondering between me and Nate who wore the sweater better. It's me. He's up there, but you're good. You step there. You come down. All right, so first award we're giving out tonight at Varno Fitness. So this family usually all comes down, works out together. Sometimes they happen to avoid some days. Where are they right now? Some days they have to avoid days that involve cleans. Some days. They were a little impressed come around the spring because the Mets happened to lose. But they all come together as one happy family. And we are privileged to have them around. And that particular family could be Tom, Nicole, and Thomas. All right. Next one we have is one person that I've known for about a year now. There's been a staple at approach 8:30 to 5:20. If you do know this person, he does look substantially well in red. And if you ever did a workout with a Echo bike, then you know that it's probably unfair to even compete with him, unless it's maybe Kevin Varno, because there's no way I could. So, this person, when they get on the Echo bike, no matter what, because all bikes are over there if you guys don't know, they're probably the best to do it. So this particular person was most likely to an island and echo bike during a workout goes to Andrew Nelson. This person I've known for a while actually. They've come to my old gym, they came and got to this one, and now they actually made a comeback here. They were hurt for a while, hurt their ankle, and they just eventually fought through the pain and got better and better every day. And they eventually got to a point where they're back to all working out. This particular person may have painted the faces of some people tonight. I'm just saying, adults, kids, whatever it might be. But she has come back healthy now, which we're very happy about. And this person gets best injury comeback / best base painter for tonight. Lisa, come back. All right. So, if you guys know, every Sunday we have our bro sesh. 8 o'clock we do bench and buys strictly. So no techno movement at all. Just lifting heavy, listen to either 80s hair metal music, different rock music, or whatever we have thrown on there. This person, he wasn't as stable in the beginning, but he's been coming very consistently for the past, I don't know how many months now. But if you ever need a spot, he's the guy to go to. He's probably the nicest guy you ever see at a bro sesh ever. And that person is Zach right there. Friendliest guy at the bro sesh. All right, so this person is a staple at the 8:30 / 8:35 class, as she would so happen to be there. She's not exactly always on time. And a lot of times coming in, it's moaning and groaning, but we always love her. And this year, and I guess the past 2 years, she got hit in the face by life, but she always comes back. She's always very happy. She always works out with her best bud over there. And we're happy to have her at 30. And the award for hanging on by a thread goes to Lindsay Sansone. This is actually probably one of the most perfect awards we made. So every Sunday, I believe every Sunday, correct? I think that's every Sunday, right? Yeah. So every Sunday, there is a certain yoga class that goes on over at Carton. So if you guys don't know, every about 10:30, there is a class that goes on. And you guys do yoga taught by a wonderful teacher. Might be sitting at the table right there, possibly. She teaches a class, but at the 8:30 class, we have her husband, who comes and works out. And this particular award goes to a man who can only work out in lane 17 because he's so tall. And he has a harder time possibly touching his toes, even though, I'm not going to say that about you, but has a hard time touching his toes, even though he has a lovely wife who does teach yoga class. So, this award actually goes to the least flexible husband of a yoga instructor.
All right. This next award goes to 2 athletes who prove that best friends make the best workout partners. These 2 have been crushing it since day one, showing up almost every morning at 6:20 a.m., all for the holy grail of Brook coffee after their workout. They move well, they bring laughs, and are always looking to strive for more. One of these athletes had actually been there through the growth of my coaching career. She had been my workout partner for years, whether it been at Jersey Strong or CKO. We always showed up together. Thanks to Amy Skirbo for bringing these 2 to Bring a Friend Week. I get to coach her and her best friend, such a full circle moment. So the Dynamic Duo Award goes to Amanda and Jess. So my last award is actually my favorite award. It's the Most Likely to Move with Purpose award, and I feel like that's probably such an honor because that's what we stand for here. This award goes to an athlete who flies a bit under the radar but always stands out in the best way possible. She walks into class, gets everything set up, focuses on details, and moves with precision. She's no drama, just pure purpose. It's clear that she really enjoys her time here. She stays healthy and consistently brings her best to every workout. She's kind of our ideal athlete. She moves well, crushes the workout, seamlessly transitions into the next part of her day, and it's always a pleasure to have her in class. So the Most Likely to Move with Purpose award goes to Andrea Donahue.